Hello and welcome to Total Football Analysis. Today we will look at the tactics employed by Manchester United and Liverpool in their Premier League battle, and our analysis will aim to identify just how Manchester United were able to keep Liverpool at bay and almost come away with a win. Solskjaer named a back three for this game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka returned from illness to play at right wing back, while Fred partnered Scott McTominay in midfield. In attack, Andreas Pereira played as a false nine, with Marcus Rashford and Daniel James as the wide attackers. Klopp went with what seems to be his first choice 11 at the moment, save for one change. Mohamed Salah's injury allowed Divock Origi to come into the side, with Sadio Mane switching over to the right flank to accommodate this change. United came out with a plan to not allow Liverpool's fullbacks space and time to cross the ball. It is well known that most of Liverpool's attacking thrust comes from their fullbacks, who take up positions high and wide on the pitch, while their wingers move infield to overload central areas. However, United's formation did not allow the Reds to do this. The back three meant that United were always matching the Liverpool attackers numerically, while their wingbacks moved wide to engage the Liverpool fullbacks. Notice how Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof are covering Roberto Firmino and Jorginho Wijnaldum in the box, with Marcos Rojo as the spare man. Ashley Young has moved out to pick up Trent Alexander-Arnold, while Mane is being closed down by Fred, having moved infield. This meant that Liverpool were rarely able to get in behind the United defensive line, as the home side matched them numerically across the pitch. The two United midfielders Fred and McTominay sat deep to protect the zone in front of their centre-backs. Once the ball is moved out to the left flank, Wan-Bissaka sprints across to cover Robertson, while Maguire picks up Origi and Rojo is responsible for Firmino. Young is covering Alexander-Arnold on the far side, while United shape allowed Lindelof to step out of the defensive line to press Wijnaldum, safe in the knowledge that there's enough cover behind him. Liverpool failed to get any impetus down the flanks, while Firmino was also a lot more subdued than usual, as United always had a player in his zone, either a centre-back stepping out or one of the midfielders dropping in to make sure that he did not get the time on the ball in front of the United defensive line. It was a superb defensive performance from the Red Devils, especially in the first half, and Liverpool were made to look toothless due to these tactics. This tactical setup also allowed United to hurt Liverpool in the space left behind their marauding fullbacks. Upon regaining possession, United would immediately look to play direct passes in behind the Liverpool defense, with James and Rashford making runs into the channels to drag Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip out of position. The Liverpool fullbacks would consistently push high up the field, opening space up behind them for United to attack into. One of these scenarios, for instance, led to this 2 vs 2 for United. Pereira played a big role in these attacks. He played as a false nine, drawing the centre-backs towards him, which would open up space for James and Rashford to make runs into. His positioning and movement inevitably attracted a Liverpool centre-back towards him, usually Van Dijk, opening up space for his fellow attackers. Additionally, Rashford and James also made intelligent runs in the channels, creating space centrally for Pereira to exploit. In this case, James' run towards the right flank has attracted Van Dijk to him, opening up a huge gap for Pereira to make a run into. United's goal was also down to these tactics. Robertson, circled in this image, once again caught upfield as United counter. They then create another 2 vs 2 situation, with James playing a brilliant cross for Rashford to score from. United's tactics worked almost perfectly in the first half, and they should have probably done better with their half chances that came their way due to this. As it would turn out, Klopp would make a tactical switch, which would end up giving Liverpool a share of the spoils. Klopp changed Liverpool's system in the second half, moving to a 4-2-3-1 from the 4-3-3 which they had started out with. He moved Jordan Henderson onto the right wing, with Fabinho and Wijnaldum anchoring midfield. What this did was allow the Liverpool fullbacks to have space and time on the ball. Young and Wan-Bissaka now had a wide man to take care of, and thus they could not get out to Alexander-Arnold and Robertson as quickly as in the first half. In this situation, Henderson's wide positioning means that Ashley Young cannot close down Alexander-Arnold, while Wan-Bissaka is also far from Robertson on the opposite side. Solskjaer did attempt to counter this by moving to a 5-4-1, with Pereira and James going wide to pick up the Liverpool fullbacks. However, Oxlade-Chamberlain especially came into central areas, forcing Pereira to go with him and creating space for Robertson. The Liverpool equaliser came from a Robertson cross, where the United wingbacks were centrally positioned due to Liverpool's attackers. Note how there are 4 Liverpool attackers in central areas, forcing United's defenders to stay narrow and give up the flanks to the Liverpool fullbacks. Liverpool's change in formation worked out at the end, and they could have probably got all 3 points had their equalizer come a little earlier. All in all, it was a fascinating tactical battle between Manchester United and Liverpool. United were disciplined, energetic and had a plan, which is more than can be said for their recent displays. Liverpool, on the other hand, were lethargic and slow in the first half, falling prey to United's tactics. But Klopp's halftime change served as a catalyst and kept them undefeated in the league.